everyone and welcome back to the Colour Cave. It's Jem here and today we are going to be digging into the new look Scrawlrbox and its lovely new packaging, which I don't know if I'm excited about it or not. They did send an email asking if the new box fitted through the letterbox. My postie didn't put mine in my letterbox, so I don't know. And I'm also getting a new door as well, so it might fit in my new letterbox. I don't know. It's a pulley tab one. Oh, this is I love these. I've got to give these little pull tabs to Pip because she likes to play with them. Pippy. So Scrawlrbox is the UK's only art subscription box, of which we are a regular recipient, and there are a few things that come in the box every month. Oh no, it's lettering. Okay, so this is from our featured artist and it looks like there's glitter in this. Oh my goodness. Create more. This is really pretty. I really like it. Our featured artist is Rob Draper and he's an artist and designer based in the UK, specialising in hand lettering. Hand lettering. They have given us paper and it's 2 sheets of what I would call craft card. It's very stiff and it's reasonably smooth, so it looks like we're going to be doing some hand lettering. Oh, we've also got the same design that is on the featured artwork, but it's on the front of this little, what I could describe as a sketchbook. And Rob has left a little personal message on the inside cover as well, which is really cute. This is nice. Back Pocket Notebooks have teamed up with artist Rob Draper and subscription service Scrawlrbox to bring you these pocket-sized plain craft notebooks. The covers are 315 GSM, so I'm wondering if that's the same as the paper that we've been given. It looks a bit paler, so maybe not. And the inner pages are 100 GSM Conqueror High White Wove, which is FSC certified. So yeah, it feels quite smooth, that paper. I wouldn't say that that's a sketchbook, it is maybe better more as a notebook. Oh, this is exciting. So here is our sticker, which has part of what looks like Rob's design incorporated into the sticker. That is very cool. The other thing that we always get every month is a sweet, and this month it looks like a chocolate coin, and it is a pirate's coin. You can see there's a skull and crossbones on it. How very exciting. Ooh. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Stuart Semple Gold Dazzle Non-Toxic. The world's glitteriest plant-based glitter. 100% compostable, 92% plant material and 8% natural earth minerals. Do not swallow, get it in your eyes or apply it to your lips, so it's not going to be used for makeup. Do share your sparkle with the world. So I'm hoping that this is safe to put down the sink. I know a lot of the glitters are not, but I'm assuming that this one is. I might look into that a bit more, or if anybody else knows about these, please feel free to leave me a comment. And I have seen this company advertised a lot on Facebook just recently, so it does look very glittery. This is going to be a messy box. Oh no. A pack of Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens in black and varying nib sizes. I've actually not long put one of these packs in the stash. I'm not overly fond of the Pitt pens and there's nothing wrong with them. They're a really high quality item. I just don't seem to get on with them. These are archival India ink, so they last forever, and the line widths are very precise. They're good for that, and they come in lots of colours as well, but this is obviously designed to be used for more like hand lettering, so we'll give those a bash in just a minute. I'm quite excited about the glitter, I'm not going to lie. We've got our a mandatory pencil, Scrawlrbox plus Viking 4B. Yay! Jem loves a 4B pencil. A Uniball Signal Broad White Gel Pen. I've got a bajillion of these. Again, really popular. They tend to be one of the favourites along with the Jelly Rolls. Again, I prefer the Jelly Rolls, but these are perfectly serviceable. And I actually really like the nib width on these, which I'll show you in just a moment. So this is a glue stick. It's a sticky glue pen. I'm assuming this is for the glitter. That would make perfect sense. So what an interesting box. Some people won't be happy with this box because it's not technically art supplies. Yes, they are art supplies in my eyes, and it's nice to do something a bit out of the ordinary, even though I'm not that fond of hand lettering, but we will still give it a bash. So let's take a look at our list of supplies and see what we have got. This month's box contains everything you need to take something found, blank or destined for landfill and turn it into art with a little added sparkle. Take inspiration from a featured artist's passion project and create more. It could be an intricate lettering piece on a cardboard box or a simple illustration on the included craft paper. We just want you to explore these supplies and see where inspiration takes you. So the 4-pack of Pick pens. Easy to use pen in 4 different nibs, light fast drawing ink, waterproof, permanent, odourless, acid free and does not bleed through paper. The Uniball Signal is a rollerball pen and it's supposed to be smooth and all the rest of it. It does say here a hugely popular white gel pen. That is very true. Most people I know have used or do use them on at some point in their lives. The Culture Hustle Gold Dazzle plant-based super sparkly glitter. Microplastics are killing the environment, contaminating our oceans and beautiful wildlife. Plastic-based glitters are evil and helping to destroy our planet. Stuart Semple and his team have worked tirelessly to end the glitter problem. Rather than face a future with no sparkle, they created Dazzle, a completely compostable plant-based glitter. With these plant-based eco-glitters meet microbes in soil, fresh water or the ocean. They break down to rejoin nature safely. They will, however, last forever in your artwork. Okay, so that tells me that it's safe to put down the sink if you're wanting to clean up, which is good. The Stick It Glue Pen, a strong permanent PVA adhesive, a precision applicator, making it easy to apply glue and add those finishing touches. The glue bonds on contact and dries clear. Okay, so it's talking about the pocketbook and the paper together here. A back pocket sketchbook. Okay, so they are saying it's a sketchbook. Exclusive Rob Draper artwork, and it tells you what we just read on the back. Also included 2 sheets of A5 Nomad Craft 350 GSM paper to further test out the supplies. And then we have at the bottom the Scrawlrchallenge, which is something out of nothing. And that's again going with the theme that they were talking about at the beginning there. So that brings me to a quandary straight away. Do we use the supplies in the box like a traditional Scrawlr box, or do we find something to decorate these things with? We shall see, and you're going to find out really soon because we will be doing the Scrawlrchallenge in the one video. For those of you that just watch the unboxings, I am now going to alternate month on month between the Upcrate and the Scrawlrbox. And when I say I'm going to alternate, I mean that one box will be the unboxing and the challenge in one video. The opposite box will have a video dedicated to each of those things, and then we'll swap them round every month. And it's just because otherwise I'm going to run out of video slots to do anything else. Okay, so first things first, let's take a quick look at these Pitt pens. So we've got 4 nib widths. Let's start with the Fine, which is the 0.5. Now these are all black. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit better too, that would be good. And you can see you can vary the line width slightly by, you know, increasing your pressure. There is a little bit of variation in it, but it's not huge. Pressing too hard. So then we have M, which is a 0.7. It's a bit more of a chunky monkey. These dry really quickly as well, so if you're looking to sort of get on with your artwork, it's all in there. And B is the brush pen. It's quite a firm brush, but again, I never really used these for any length of time, so I dare say that this nib would soften up and relax a bit, you know, the more you used it. And again, you can vary your width by the pressure, obviously, with it being a brush pen. That is the advantage. You kind of get the best of everything with a brush pen, and it's why a lot of artists do prefer to use a brush pen. I certainly do. If I had to use one of these, I would plump for the brush pen every time. We've got our 4B pencil, which is one of my favourites to sketch my doggy drawings with, and I like it because it's a nice midway point, because you can get quite a lot of dark shading with it. And you know, it's soft enough to do that, but it's also still hard enough if you want to do a bit of detail work. You're not going to have any problems with that either. I really like a 4B pencil. I wouldn't sketch a raw sketch with a 4B normally, but I am very happy with that indeed. I'm always intrigued by stuff like this because it's not being a particularly crafty person, it's not something that I would normally have in my repertoire. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've still got the Zig one from like a year and a half ago that we got in another Scrawlrbox. I'm pretty sure it's still kicking about somewhere. It might still be in a box, I haven't unpacked everything yet. It's a fair size, it's, you know, that's a fairly chunky bit of kit. Okay, let's just see if we need to do anything special. Apply glue to desired area. Okay, no, it doesn't say anything about shaking it or squishing it or whatever. Okay, let's crack open this glitter. Oh, I'm quite excited about this. I'm not a huge like glitter junkie, I have to say, but it is something that's quite fun. Oh goodness me, it's all it's all over the page already and I've not done anything yet. Oh, I can see how this is going to end. I might have to find a resealable container to put this in because... Okay, that wasn't the easiest to open. I probably ham-fisted it, to be fair. But I don't know if you can see in there. Oh. Right, I'm just going to go for it. It's PVA glue, so if you get it on your fingers, it's not the end of the world. I used to deliberately cover my fingers in PVA glue when I was a small child at school, and it's so that I could peel it off when it dried clear. You know, it makes like a skin and you can sit and peel it off. Okay, so let's see what happens here. I'm very curious about this. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's just PVA glue, but they've put it in a container with a nib on it, which is really handy. I'm not enjoying all the shadows I've got here. Right, let's see if we can just tap. Oh. That's, I would say that's fairly glittery. Oh me, oh my. Right, okay. I'm going to try and kind of like press it into the PVA a little bit. Oh, good grief. I can confirm that the glue works because this glitter is actually completely stuck to my finger. It's not coming off, so that's pretty good. I found one of these little tubs. It's like a sauce tub from a takeaway, I think, at one point, and I'm just going to dump all that in there because I don't trust this little envelope. But look how sparkly that is. My goodness me, you can't ask for much more than that for biodegradable glitter. Oh, see, things like this makes my heart hurt because I don't like mess. Let's try and tip this off. I feel like I'm doing a school project, honestly. I don't feel as if I'm reviewing art products, but still. Let's try on a sheet of this craft paper. We've always got another one and we may not use it for the Scrawler challenge. So let's start with the gel pen. Now what I'm going to do is use the one that I already have because there's no point in wasting another one when I've already got one of these. It seems to be a gel pen that when it dries you can go back over it with a second layer and make it even more opaque, which is a really nice thing. So these are good pens. I do like them. And we'll just have a little go with some of our Pitt pens as well. And as you can see, I mean, they do just fine on this paper as well. There's no hassle. It is quite smooth. There is texture to it, but it's not like really knobbly bobbly, the word I like to use. And here is the brush marker. So absolutely no issues there. Let's see if we can get a little bit less aggressive with the PVA here. Okay, yeah, if you're a bit less heavy-handed than I was, you can get just a little squidge out at a time. Now, it does dry clear, so that's not really an issue. And then I might as well just stick my finger in this. Lid is safely back on this. Okay, isn't that interesting? Oh, this lid goes on this funny. Everything's just going to be covered in glitter. I'm going to be covered in glitter for days. Let's be realistic about it. Okay, guys, that is quite interesting indeed. I think I know what I'm going to do with this prompt. So I am just going to get everything together that I need and we can get started on the Scrawler challenge, which is something out of nothing. So since moving, I have actually wanted to decorate this box, and it's got some drawers in it. If I just move that around, you can see they're not particularly big drawers, and I just use them to keep some junk in. And I've been kind of wanting to do something with this unit just because it's really bland, it's really plain. It came from IKEA, and I never feel as if it's it kind of like fits in with the new desk and the kind of like darker accessories and things I've got. I was going to paint it black and do like a silver or maybe a white pattern on it somewhere, so that ties in really nicely with the Scrawlrbox items that we've got this month. So what I'm going to do for my Scrawler challenge and making something out of nothing is I'm going to make some labels for these drawers because they'll fit in really well if I do decide to paint this black, and we can come up with something really nice for the front of all my junk. Happy days. So the first thing I want to think about is the shape of the label, because the box is The box is kind of, well, it's mostly rectangular, but we've got this cut out here, so I think we're going to have to keep the labels a bit smaller. That would be your normal square label, and then we've got the box here. And it's got this cut out. So we could either incorporate the cutout into the label, you know, have something like that, and then but then you're cutting out the space that you've got to actually write in, and I have a feeling that I'm going to need as much space as possible because when it comes to hand lettering, it's not ideal. Maybe we could have little nubbins, because that would kind of fit with the cutout as well. Oh, and then what we could do is we could put 2 circular parts on them here and fill them with glitter, and then they would look like rivets. Oh, I like that idea. If we're thinking size-wise, got my box out here. So the labels, we really want the labels inside these cutouts. So that's the kind of size, that's the overall size we're looking at though. Yeah, let's rub this out. So that would be our entire size. And we'd want the most protruding part to be here, in the middle. So then we could have one there, and one there, one there. That's not really the middle, I can see that now. That must be the middle about there. This isn't exact at the moment, I'm just trying to get an idea in my head for what I'm after. I think something like that would look reasonably good. And then in terms of lettering, ideally we want 2 large lines, so that gives you 2 centimetres, 1 centimetre and 2 centimetres. If you gave that 1.5 here and here, that would give you a little bit of a gap, and then gave yourself 0.5 centimetre in there, then that would give you 3 lines potentially if you needed them, you know, if it was like bits and bobs or tops and bottoms, that kind of thing, you would have enough room to do that on the label. There we go, so I've just copied this. This is just like straightforward tracing paper, and all I've done is double this up so it's a mirror image. So I'm not bothered if they're not entirely symmetrical. That's one of the joys of doing things by hand, but I just wanted to join this all up. I don't know if you'll be able to see that in this light, the light is terrible today, but there is a very faint outline of the graphite on the craft paper. So that's basically going to be the template by which I do these other ones. The one day I don't want a lot of sunshine. It has been snowing here pretty much for the last week or so. And the one day that I don't want any bright sunlight, and guess what I've got? Again, I'd rather just freehand them. I think it gives things a bit more charm, if you know what I mean. And the next thing we want to do is cut this out. All I've done here is mark some of the lines that we've talked about in terms of putting some lettering on. So I was having a think about what we're going to do for the border as well. Now what I am thinking is that I'm probably going to paint the front of these boxes black. So I don't really want to have anything right up at the edge. So I was thinking just like a really plain and simple line. So if I have a look at the Pitt pens that we've got, I actually think I'm probably going to use one of the 2 smallest pens. And yeah, I just thought that maybe just even just a straight line and a couple of curves here might just be the ticket. Oh, come on, sunlight. So I thought if I could start in a corner. And I do want it to have that nice sort of hand-drawn feel, so again, avoiding the use of the ruler where I can, and that's just a thing that I have. Obviously if you wanted to do something similar, then you could use a ruler if that's what you wanted. Now I don't think I'm going to go around here because I'm going to have my glitter there, so I think we may just stop it there. And then maybe do a little double line here in these curved pieces. Why not? I'm thinking about the glitter situation, and I do think that once I've put the glitter on, I'm going to have to draw around it with my pen, you know, really to sort of define that circular shape. But it's one of those ones, I think I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Just going to concentrate on getting one of these done first. Now that we've dealt with the pesky sunshine, you can see we're looking a bit better here. We're going to have a go at some lettering. So I would like to do this out in pencil first, and I could start looking up different typography, alphabets and things like that, but I'm not really that kind of gal. I just like to fly by the seat of my pants. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm thinking I want some swirly bits. So the first one I'm going to do, I am only going to do one label today because I'm pushed for time and all the usual rubbish. But yeah, I'm going to write bits and bobs because that's what we use this for. So if I can just get the basic letter shape first, and I do think I want some swirly bits. So maybe I'll, you know, play about a wee bit. One thing I seem to struggle with is the spacing between the letters. Again, you can, if you're using a set alphabet, then you could actually space it out for each letter, and I'm pretty sure that's what you do in hand lettering, but I'm not that excited about that, if I'm perfectly honest. So for someone that has so much patience with some things, I have significantly less patience with other things. So I think this part in the middle, I'm just going to keep this very simple, and that happens to be the word I'm writing. And you know, just keep that very sort of straightforward, because I don't want to take away from these larger letters. I always, I kind of get bummed out by the letter O, because there's only so much you can do with a letter O, really. Something like that maybe. Now I think I'll have, to make this more interesting, we want to work with the line weight a bit. So have some thicker and thinner parts, so we can make these downstrokes the thicker parts. I don't know what I'm going to do with this S right enough. I think the sort of main stock. Obviously if you did this straight with the brush pen, which I'm not going to do by the way because I am not skilled enough for that, I am going to fake it. Again, you could probably have some beautiful lettering. Yeah, we could try that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. So I think I'll use the M. I can't really afford to make any mistakes here because I do not have any spare. If I bring this down like this, I might even use a smaller nib for the lowercase letters. The key with stuff like this, and I'm no expert, but the key is to absolutely 100% take your time. And as I say, I don't seem to have the patience for it. I don't know why, considering I'm a person that draws in pencil. That's a pretty ludicrous statement, but I have no time for it. I just want to hurry and get it done, and I don't get that same feeling when I'm drawing. I think it's one of these things though, hand lettering is something that I could probably be reasonably good at if I applied myself, but I just don't want to. And this is one of these ones that's actually easier if I stop what I'm doing and look up at the monitor. I actually seem to be able to gauge what I'm doing better. Does that make sense? And then I can go back to my chunkier pen when I'm down here. I'm quite happy with my B. My capital B looks good. Oh, that was, oh, I made a mistake. Can't do anything about it now. Just have to fill it in and pretend it never happened. Oh, it doesn't look too bad, I don't think. Yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? Now, I'm going to let that waft dry for a little while. Oh, goodness me. And then I'm going to erase some of these lines, and then I am going to go in with my white gel pen, wherever it is. This is my own one. This is not the one that came in the Scrawlrbox. As I said, I'm going to put that into the stash, so there's no point in using the new one. I can hear Pip padding about. That's the weird thing about the new cave and the new place. There's lots of places for the dogs to just wander, and they do quite frequently. What I would like to do is try and put a bit of highlight and shadow, and I do think the nib on this pen is going to be too fat for this. Yeah, which is annoying, but I'll I'll maybe try anyway and just see how this goes. Yeah, that's just going to ruin things. Maybe not actually, maybe not. I've now got a jock pawing at me as well. This is delightful. Trying to concentrate on. What is it? I don't know how I feel about this, I really don't. I'm going to have to wait for that to dry now. However, what we can do in the meantime is we can sort out our... Oh, my PVA glue's all stuck. There we go. We can do our rivets. And I'm going to try and keep this in a circular shape. Oh, this is like instant regret. There's a reason that I don't work with glitter, and this is like, this is it. I just cannot stand the mess. This is like too much for me, it really is. It is super glittery though, I do like that about it. Let's do this other side as well. Smoosh this about a bit. Oh. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to try and get this off my fingers. Right, okay, with the teeny tiny pit pen now, I just want to augment some of the bee here because I want this to come in front, like this. I wonder if I can just pop a line down. Oh, that's better. It's just bringing the definition of my letters back a wee bit, which is kind of cool. Oh no! Knew this was a bad idea, I should have just left it till the end. Honestly, I have lost like all of my common sense today as well, and it's upsetting me slightly. I know why it is as well, I'm just really harassed. I have got way too much stuff to do and just not enough time to do it today, I'm afraid. Do I want to draw around my flourishes? This is the question. I don't think so. Okay, that looks significantly better, I think. I'll zoom in a little bit there. Tell me what you think, guys. Oh, there we go. That looks okay for someone who doesn't hand letter. At a quick glance, it does look as if it says bits and boss. Need to look a bit more closely. The other thing I wanted to do was to try and put like a little bit of shadow in. You know, like, I don't know how to do this. Like in here. I think it might just make it look dirty. Be like a little bit of a shadow there as well. Just like a little sort of finishing touch, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna call the lettering done before I like totally destroy things, but I'm reasonably happy with that. The only thing that's left for me to do is to try and draw around these sparkly parts, which I kind of don't want to because I don't want to ruin what I've done, but I feel as if it's just going to look really unfinished. So I'm going to use the thicker marker for this, I think, and I'm just going to see how this goes because I think I'm going to get glitter all over everything. The pen nib myself. Okay, that went a lot better than I thought it would. Oh, you have a little faith, Gem. I have to say, this glue dries pretty quickly. Now, earlier on, while I was waiting for the sun to disappear, I painted the front of one of my drawers so that we could stick this on and see what it looks like. I'm going to deal with the glitter later. I can't take much more of this right now. So here is my drawer front. There's glitter sticking to it already. I think that's going to look quite good. I need to be very careful of the placement of it though. I think there. Yeah, let's just go for it. Why not? So I'm just going to use this same glue. This should be okay. And I'm just going to kind of run it around the edge here. I'm not taking it right to the edge because it will all squish out. And much as it dries clear, it does look pretty blobby. Maybe about there. I'm very, very gingerly and gently placing this down. Now, one thing I really, really want to do, and I may have to do this with a Posca pen, but seeing as I'm not using the supplies solely in the box this time for the Scrawler challenge, I don't really make a big deal of it. But I do think I want to go around this outline with the white to try and make it pop a bit more. So I'm going to try and do that and just and just see what happens. This is all an adventure for me today. It really is. It's just an adventure. So I don't know if this is going to draw on top of this. No, okay, it's not. I'm going to have to get a Posca pen for this. I hate this noise. And I'm getting splatter because of the grain of the wood. Ugh. Okay, and there we have it. There is my finished drawer in my little cabinet. And I think you'll agree that it's actually turned out relatively well under the circumstances. I'm quite happy with my hand lettering, to be fair. I think my cutting out skills leave a lot to be desired, but that's something we can work on. So yeah, that is me for this month's Scrawlrbox and Scrawlr Challenge. I just want to thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you back in the cave really soon for another video. Bye for now, everyone.